Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Ecolinguist live show. This is the episode 7 of the show of the season 3. I hope you had a good time with Lucas last week. Today, I'm your host. My name is Norbert, if you just arriving to the show and you don't know what's going on. So this is a show where we hang out. I hope you hear me. Yeah, we hang out and play with languages. We mostly do language challenges, the classic Ecolinguist format, which is mutual intelligibility challenges. That's what we tend to do, but we are open to suggestions. So you can also bring in your own challenges into the show. Yeah, let me see what's going on in the comment section. Oh, I forgot to turn on one light. So basically, this is a live show. This is an interactive show with audience participation. That means that you can call in live and join me in the virtual studio and take up a language challenge yourself, or run a language challenge for others if you have one prepared. And if you've been watching show for a while, you know that we have some regular callers who like to bring in their own challenges. But if they don't call, we also have some pre-made challenges for you or we can improvise because it's live. So anything is possible. So how, if you want to participate, how would you participate? You need to go to the description box in this under this video, this live stream, and there will be a link that you just need to click to join, to call me into the virtual studio. Depending on how many people are calling, we may not be able to take on all the calls, but we'll do our best. So keep trying. Also, it really depends on the dynamics of the show. We never know what's going to happen and what kind of languages we are going to be discussing during the show. But we tend to focus on Slavic, Romance, Germanic language families mostly, because that's what the channel is generally covering. But we are also ready to engage with challenges featuring Finnish, Estonian, Lithuanian, Latvian, Latgalian. Do we have anything else? We also have some dialects here. I see we have a challenge from Swabian, from Katarina, that was submitted, because actually, if you are too shy to call in to the show because you may not want to be showing your face to the whole world on YouTube, you can also just submit a challenge through our submission form, which is on the Ecolinguist website. You just go to www.ecolinguist.com, and that's what you see. That's how it looks like, the homepage. And on the homepage, you have quick links. Basically, you just go to the one with the icon of a big phone, because it's a call-in show, and you can submit your challenge. Even if you don't want to submit a challenge, but you want to call in with your own challenge, or you want to craft the challenge and present it live during the show, it's worth going there, because it has guidelines what makes a great language challenge for this type of show. You can also suggest your own format, but it may not always work. So that if you want to come up with something else, you can just contact me directly and we can discuss it. So there are some examples here as well on the website, so you can have a look there. What else I wanted to say? Apart from that, I also wanted to make an announcement for the Ecolinguist Insiders, which is channel members, people supporting me on Patreon, as well as the Discord moderators. Tomorrow evening, around this time, I will be streaming to you just to do the regular Q&A session and just talk about what's going on behind the scenes with the projects, what we are planning to do, stuff like that. So this is for the Ecolinguist Insider, so it's going to be listed, the details of the show, live stream actually. It's not going to be a proper show like this one, just to hang out with the Ecolinguist Insiders supporters. You can find the link to that in the community tab. If you're a member, it should be displayed there on the Patreon website, or I will post it later to Discord as well. Okay, so that's the announcement for the Ecolinguist supporters, and thank you for your ongoing support. It means a lot to me. And the shows are going on. As you've seen, we have a new host, Lucas. I didn't see the show, the last week's show in full, so I'm not entirely sure what happened there last week. So hopefully we are not going to repeat the same challenges, but I think I'm prepared for that. Good. So I see we have a line of people calling in. So Yeah, let's start taking on some calls then. Yeah, let's start with Riley, a regular caller. Riley, I'm going to add you soon, so just get ready, okay? Riley, will you be ready? Okay. So you can just push the camera back a little bit to be framed better. Okay, good. So Riley, you are going live now. Hello, Riley.
Hi.
Hello, Riley. How are you doing? How have you been?
I'm neutral. I'm kind of glad that everything is working this week because the last couple of weeks with Lucas, I don't know if it was on his end or on my end, but there were some technical difficulties there.
I mean, I think someone mentioned something in the comments about the breaking out aspect of it. Is that what you're referring to? The stream was
Yeah,
not smooth?
well, no, because I was in the call and I got kicked out of the call at least twice while I was in there.
Yeah, so it might happen sometimes, you know. It could be also on your end, maybe, or depending what kind of browser you're using. But you just keep calling back. You can just
Okay.
refresh the page and it should work. But I know some people had some issues, like in Australia or New Zealand. But from my understanding, was going pretty smooth. But anyways, Riley, what are the updates about your language learning journeys? Have you been doing
Um,
anything interesting this week?
Not this week in particular. I had a pretty significant demotivation period with Portuguese a few weeks back, and um, it's kind of resolved now. Uh,
Are you back on track with Portuguese, Brazilian, no, European Portuguese? You're studying European
yeah.
Portuguese. Are
Um,
you in good terms with it again?
yeah. I yeah. I'm going back to enjoying it a lot, actually.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about what kind of resources are you using for learning European Portuguese in
So,
particular, since we are talking about that.
uh, well, I I haven't been using like much since I don't have my own finances yet. Uh, Miguel primarily helps me out, and then the remainder of the work is usually there's a lot of YouTube resources for learning Portuguese now, a lot more than there was like 5 years ago. So there's like a really interesting YouTube channel that I really like. I think she's great, and I've been using her content to learn a lot of the things I want to
What's
learn.
her name again?
The channel name is called Learn Portuguese Today, and it's done by this girl named Nikki, who is from Portugal, but she lives in the US.
So you are watching a lot of those videos.
Uh, yeah, and then in addition to that, just other random Portuguese stuff that I find.
Okay, okay, I see. So, Riley, what would you like to do today? Would you like to take up a challenge, or do you have a challenge prepared for someone else?
I know Marcio wanted to challenge me.
Okay, I see. So, in Portuguese, with
Yeah.
Brazilian Portuguese. Okay, okay, we can do that then. So, I see Marcio is actually calling, so I'm going to add him into the stream. Let's see. Hopefully, everything is going to work. Marcio, I'm going to add you now into the stream. Hello, Marcio.
Hello.
Hello. How have you been, Marcio? Tell us a little bit about your language learning journey this week. What have you been doing?
Well, not much. I had a small session like last week with Wayne and other two people from the Discord server. We were like talking about this mutual intelligibility and what else? Well, I had a flu. I'm feeling better now, but my voice is still like crackling sometimes. And besides that,
Okay,
like
that's
the
that's
regular
good.
stuff.
Good, and you have prepared a challenge for Riley today.
Yes, I have. In fact, I have four challenges, but I will just choose one. I think it's the one that would fit her. I suppose I haven't
Okay.
heard before on Ecolinguist as well, so it's a novelty.
A
I would
novelty.
say.
But is it
Okay.
still the same format, or the format is slightly
Yes,
different?
yeah. So the same format as you asked me like the last time when I
Okay,
made those
okay.
six.
That's good. That's
Okay.
good. So I think we can proceed to the first challenge, the Brazilian Portuguese challenge. Riley, you can ask questions in Portuguese. You can make an effort to do that. Or if you desperate and you need to have ask a question, you can ask a question in English. Or is there any other language that you guys share?
Uh,
English, the Portuguese, maybe French if he speaks French as well. German, maybe.
Riley, what about Russian? Do you
Russian.
speak Russian?
Давай, давай.
Yeah. So it seems it's
Okay.
going to be either English or Portuguese. That's
Did
fine.
it?
yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine. I don't speak Korean. Sorry.
Good, guys. So you can start now the Brazilian Portuguese challenge.
Ok. O que é isto? É um par de objetos que serve para proteger partes dos membros superiores do corpo. Podem ser feitos de materiais como couro, vinil, lã ou mesmo látex. Podem ser utilizados diariamente, tanto para atividades de trabalho quanto de lazer. Existe, na maioria dos automóveis, um compartimento cujo nome é diretamente associado a estes objetos.
Um, é um parte del corpo?
É um objeto
Oh, é
que é
um objeto.
utilizado para proteger ah, partes dos membros superiores do corpo.
Um, uh, superiores do corpo. Like a cabeça, etc.
Próximo da cabeça, um pouco mais abaixo.
Ok. Então,
É um par de objetos, não é apenas um objeto, é um par.
ok. Uh, tu utilizat
Riley, do you
You can
want
shift to
Marcio
English.
to repeat something? Maybe.
I need to listen to the other hints again because I don't remember.
No problem. We'll do that again, like from the first to the last one. Hold on. É um par de objetos que serve para proteger partes dos membros superiores do corpo. This is the first one. Podem ser feitos de materiais como couro, vinil, lã ou mesmo látex. Podem ser utilizados diariamente, tanto para atividades de trabalho como de lazer. Existe, na maioria dos automóveis, um compartimento cujo nome é diretamente associado a estes objetos.
Então, o membro o membro de parte de corpo é cima de cima de braços.
Sim, são relacionados aos braços. Esses nós chamamos em português de membros superiores, os dois braços e o que tem junto com os braços. Braço, antebraço, mão, esses são os membros superiores.
Utilizado deste objeto com trabalhar.
Sim, é utilizado tanto para trabalho quanto para lazer. E eles servem para proteger esses membros superiores, essas partes do corpo que estão nos membros superiores.
Okay, I am really confused.
So, do you want to shift to English? No problem.
I understood like it's part of the somehow my Latin knowledge from my midterm class is helping me, but like so like the superior part of the body, but you said something about, so is it, you said, so I asked you if that, like the way you wear it or something, like if that's above the two arms, and I think you said something about that portion of the that portion of the body being included, but I'm not sure exactly.
That's it.
Okay, I'm going to. I really don't know if this guess is going to be correct, because I think I have an idea, but it's for some reason the body portion of it is really confusing me. But I don't know if it's just my Portuguese knowledge is very cloudy and.
Can I help with some tip in Portuguese? It may shed some light. I will tell you again, because you may not have paid attention for that. Par de objetos. How do you say that in English?
Is it part of an object?
Par.
Oh. Darn it. Par de objetos. Oh dear.
Riley, do you want to give your best shot? Like, what do you, just whatever word you think would be a possible answer here.
Yeah, I had an idea of I had an idea of what the word could be, but
yeah, you can say it.
It's difficult when there's a portion of that hint that I don't know what it means. Or I know part of what it means, but I don't know what the first word in that means.
in those challenges, you just need to trust your intuition. You don't need to understand every single word. That's the whole point, that you kind of
Okay,
try
okay.
to figure out.
I'm going to make a very, very unconfident, wild guess and say
Mhm.
gloves.
Yes, you're right.
Oh,
Correct. Yes, Riley.
Congratulations.
Gloves. So yeah, you were stuck on this couple of single words that you couldn't guess, but that's the whole idea of the challenge, is just to fill in the gaps, of things that you don't
yeah.
understand. So, by the way, Riley, do you know how to say gloves in Portuguese?
Oh, no, not yet.
Marcio, what is it?
Isto são um par de luvas.
De,
Par de luvas. Português de Portugal.
ah, okay.
Par de luvas. Claudio says
In
bravo, brava.
Korean, in Korean, it's called changup.
Oh,
Tangap, okay. I was about to ask
Changup,
you.
like with a J, changup.
Okay, good, good.
But
I was about to ask.
changup is a very generic word. Like it can be used to refer to like gloves with or without those finger holes.
or mitts, maybe.
Yeah,
Those
yeah,
gloves with no
yeah.
fingers.
Yeah, like mittens. Yeah, mitts are called changup too. It's a very general word.
Yeah, that's good. So that was a good challenge. So Riley, you got it. So that's a point for you. And I would like to move on to a Russian challenge, because I see we have a Russian speaker calling in, and I know Marcio speaks Russian, so we could
Oh,
combine
Okay.
those two together, maybe test Marcio's Russian. So Riley, I'm going to let you go for now,
All
okay?
right.
And
All
we're going
right.
to move on to the Russian one. So thank you so much. Let me just
Yeah, it was nice being here.
yes, always a pleasure. Let me add Ildar now. Ildar, I'm going to be adding you just now, but maybe if you could put your phone in a horizontal position, that would make things easier. Yes, probably that's gonna work. So let's add Ildar now. Ildar, hello.
Hello. Do you hear me?
Yes, yes, we can hear you, Ildar. Welcome back to the show. Here we've got Marcio from Brazil, and he's been learning Russian, and I thought that we could have a combined challenge, and we can do two kinds of challenges here, depending on what you decide to do. So we can either have Marcio describe a word to you in Russian, just so Marcio can practice his Russian and see how well he can convey the message. So maybe Marcio, one of the words that you picked, you could describe in Russian, or you could do a combined challenge of Czech. I have a Czech challenge
I
for you
have
guys.
I have a word in Russian for you.
Oh, you have a word. So do you want to describe a word in Russian, or just say a
Yeah.
word and see if Marcio can get it?
Yeah, I want to describe a word in Russian because it's
Okay, so Marcio, how about that kind of challenge? Do you
Да,
feel
готово.
up for it? Yeah. So you can use Russian to communicate, to ask questions, Marcio, or any other language that you share. You can figure it
okay.
out. Okay, so let's do that then.
Так, это скорее агрегатное состояние воды, но не самое обычное, и связано с погодой. И, в принципе, связано с предыдущим словом. Вот. И это то, что падает с неба зимой.
Uhum. Все?
Вот. Есть ли идеи на этот момент? Еще в наших краях он до сих пор присутствует. Вот. Допустим, вот хватит ли этого описания?
Ну, это в небе? На небо?
Это изначально на небе, вот, а потом остается на земле.
Остается на земле. Это не... Это из воды? Может быть, вода как дождь?
Это почти очень близко. Это именно про холодное время года.
Может быть, снег?
Да, это снег. И вот, собственно, снег.
О! Спасибо!
Wow, that's so much snow. So
Yeah.
much snow.
Yes, a lot.
Yes. Marcio, have you seen snow ever? Because you live in Brazil.
Yes, we have snow here, but it's like once in 10 years sometimes. I can show you pictures the other time, but yeah, it's very rare here where I live in the south.
Good. So, how do you say snow in Portuguese?
Neve.
Neve.
N-E-E-V. Neve.
It's an Indo-European root.
Is it?
Yeah. It has it's almost in every Indo-European language you can hear that it's evident that it has the same Indo-European root, and it one of examples of S mobile, like that the S that sometimes sticks to the first part of the or in some language families, S sticks to the beginning of the words. In some languages, it doesn't. Like in Romance language, it's something like nix, nej. In Slavic, it begins with S. Like and in Germanic also, like snow, śnieg, śnieg.
Śnieg in Polish. In Russian, it's how?
Śnieg.
Śnieg.
Снег.
In Spanish, la nieve, and also we have old Church Slavonic representation here. How would you read that, Ildar?
Śnieg.
Śnieg. Śniegu. That's what Wayne is saying.
Yeah.
We might ask him later about that. Okay, so those are all words that are related, basically.
Yeah.
La neve in Italian. Good. Yeah, so that was a good challenge. Was it difficult, Marcio? Was it challenging enough?
Yeah, I would say that in the beginning it threw me off something with the I knew it was related to water, like when he says like bliska, so it's like close to water, but it's not water. It falls from the sky. I remember something like that, and then I started to wrap around and see what was going on. So I thought first about clouds, but they weren't clouds because they would like fall, precipitate. So I thought about dождь, chuva, or rain, and then in the end, снег, like neve.
And snag in Sloven, by the way, from Freya. So we've got the whole, and also we have fibroidos, that is giving us Korean words, but I have no idea how to read them. So we don't know. Noon in Korean. Noon. Good to know. It might come in handy. Okay, good. So that was a challenge for you, Marcio. So my next suggestion would be to depending on Ildar, would you like to take up a challenge in Czech or maybe Old Church Slavonic? Because I see we have one prepared.
Yeah, let's be.
Sorry?
Yeah.
So which one would you prefer, Czech or Old Church Slavonic?
I think Old Church Slavonic would be maybe easier, but more interesting. Yeah. Let's pick that because I can have a challenge in Czech like at any time.
You're right. Yes. So I will add Wayne into the stream now, and Marcio, we will just let you go just because that's going to be a Slavic challenge, and Wayne has it. Wayne has prepared that for us. So Marcio, thank you for today.
Thank
for
you.
Brazilian and Russian challenges today. Thank you very much. And I will sort out the connection with Wayne. Give me a second, Wayne. Wayne, I'm going to add you into the stream now. Hopefully it's gonna work. Hello, Wayne.
Hey.
Hello, Wayne. So you mentioned in the comment section that you have prepared another Old Church Slavonic challenge.
Yeah, this was the challenge that the first time that I challenged Shimon in it. I had already this one prepared. I had two, so I used one. Now I have the other one that I can use now.
You have that one. Okay, so do you need me to display the text for this one, or?
Yes, I do have the text here.
You can either just copy it into the interview chat. By the way, I don't know if you already met you and Ildar.
We have talked before on the Ecolinguist server, yes.
Okay.
Only once. Yes.
Good. So this is a challenge that I can also participate in because of my native Polish. This is the Cyrillic alphabet.
By the way, the last thing, so like the last part there, the last sentence, that's the answer. Okay, so do make sure that maybe you don't display that part. Because I couldn't.
Okay. That's okay. Let me just display this one then. So this is the challenge. Maybe let me.
Okay.
But do you have it in Latin alphabet as well, or just the Cyrillic?
I mean, I can quickly transliterate it, I suppose. There's gonna be a quick transliteration of it. I'm gonna transliterate it this way. It's not gonna look particularly pretty, but it's a way to do it. Yeah, because I didn't unfortunately transliterate it too.
Do you have a tool for that? Is it an online tool that you're using?
No, I mean, because Wiktionary shows the transliteration, so I already know how like each letter is supposed to like look, I suppose. So I'm gonna transliterate in this way. I will preface that like this is not gonna look like the best, but it is one way to do it on my keyboard. So just anyone watching right now that likes Old Church Slavonic too, and do forgive me for any show. I think so. But yes, Ildar and I we have talked before. So he challenged me to know where he could come from. I remember. So that was fun. Yes. What's next? So really sorry. Almost done here. Okay. There you go.
Okay, we got that. So let me just display it as well here.
Okay.
Okay, so you can read that to us, Wayne.
Right. Mm-hmm. I can read. Okay. So, okay. Что есть си? Сесту мидлу звери, gado. Se можету жити в землі или морі. Землету сколіко. В басні звері бежиту с зайцем. So what is it?
Mhm.
Ildar, you
I-
first.
Are there sentences connected to each other, or are like different animals?
No. They're all the same. They're all hints for the same animal. Yes, but you are
Ah.
right that this is an animal. Звери. Yes.
Zwierzę.
So it's some slow animal that can live on land or in the sea. It eats something that I don't understand. And in some tale, it runs with a rabbit, and it is yellow.
No, so you got pretty much everything. So I think
Is
that's
it
enough
yellow?
to guess. You got all of
So,
the hints
but-
pretty much. I gave you only one hint to
But
the
if it is a fox, but I can tell how can it live in the sea.
No. It's not yellow. No. Sorry. That last thing that I wrote there, ignore that. Okay. That it's not yellow. It's not yellow. Okay. It's not.
Okay,
Ignore that.
jelly.
Yeah.
So
But yes, you got
if it lives on land or in the sea, it can be some reptile.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't remember a tale where it follows the frog. Where it follows the rabbit.
You said it right the first time. It runs with a rabbit. So
Yeah. I didn't get what does it eat. What is skolikon?
Oh no. Okay, so the verb emlietu is not the verb to eat. Emlietu is a conjugation of the verb
It has.
emleti.
Okay,
Yes, skoliko.
skoliko.
Skoliko. It sounds like a number or something like.
No. It's something.
I mean, if this is the animal that I'm thinking of, it
Yeah,
could
I
be a shell, kind of. Yeah, a shell.
Skolika.
Skrupa.
I know.
Skrupa.
I think it's a turtle.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's a turtle. Yes.
Skolika is a shield.
Yes,
I
the
think.
carapace. The
Yeah.
turtle's carapace.
Okay.
So it's skolika. Here is in the accusative skolikon. That's why the ending there.
Yeah.
So
What is jelly?
Oh, okay. So yeah, so I did type it wrong. On my haste. Yeah, it's not jello, it's jelly, and it's the turtle. It's the name of the animal. Yeah, I accidentally wrote that one. Yeah.
So it's like Polish could help me with the word żółw.
żółw. Mhm.
Yeah.
So this is the Old Church Slavonic one, jelly, right? That's how you pronounce it.
Jelly.
In Polish, it's going to be żółw. Żółw, and
How's it in
actually,
Russian?
In Russian, it is черепаха.
so it's something different. And actually, when you
Yeah.
see it's spelled in the Latin alphabet, you see more similarity to the Polish
Right.
żółw, right?
Yeah.
The sentences here are so midlu. So you did get it that it's slow. Yeah, mid. A slow animal. A gado. Gado
Yeah.
means a reptile. So yes, you did get it to
Yeah.
reptile. Yes. And so it's a slow animal reptile. It can live on land and sea. Yeah, you got that. It has a shell. In the fable, in the story, this animal runs with a hare or a rabbit. Yes, which is the famous fable.
I wanted to
Here.
clarify, is it a hare or a rabbit? Is this one word for both, or?
Yeah, a Wiktionary tells me it's a word for both. Like it says rabbit hare. It doesn't make a distinction. So yeah, science. It's this is the instrumental like here, like saying it's wit. So, yeah, science. How do you say rabbit in Russian and Polish?
Zаяc.
That's okay.
Zając in Polish, it's a hare, and królik is a rabbit. So in Russian,
yeah,
Ildar, you don't do the distinction?
Yeah, there is a description in Russian the same as in Polish. It's zаяc и кролик.
I suppose I could have found the distinction of Church Slavonic, but yeah, the one that I looked at said both, so I just went with that one. Yeah. Yes.
In Upper Sorbian, it's zajac, hare for hare, and also the animal itself is żelwia.
Or nopava.
So that's also similar. And what about żelwa is also in Slovene, apparently. And what about черепаха? Right? What does that mean in Russian? Does it mean anything, or is just the name of the animal? What's the
I
etymology?
don't really know. I don't know the etymology of this. But it seems like there is something called with connected with the череп, maybe, or maybe not.
Череп, which means
it's a skull in Russian.
About the word gado, I wanted to ask, like, do you guys have in your language like a word that maybe like reptile or like snake for this, like had or gad or something that looks like this one? Because I tried to look for cognates for this one, but it seemed to not be a very common one.
We have a word gad, which
yes.
is a reptile.
Reptile. Okay. That's good.
It's funny that in Russian, "gad" it's a swear word for like
amphibians, maybe like a frog, for example. Is that a false friend?
It's just someone unpleasant.
Right. It's kind of like how in English you can call someone a snake, if they're like liars or something,
but
they're traitors.
I have never heard that in Russian it could mean something like an animal, like a reptile specifically.
Right.
It could mean some animal, but
right.
Yeah, it seems very. It sounds very archaic.
Gadzina.
Gadzina is when you want to call someone that someone is maybe not a bad person, or like someone is like very being obnoxious, for example, or something like that.
Yeah.
So
how would you say
in Russian, gadina.
Oh,
yeah.
Good. But, yeah.
And interestingly enough, in Italian, it's carapace, if I'm pronouncing it.
Huh.
So
Carapace. I see.
yes, so we've got that. Yeah, so maybe before we move on to the next challenge, we could try to translate this into Russian and Polish so we can just see how it sounds in those two languages. I just want to make sure that I understand every single word there.
Right.
Like mdlu, does that mean like a middle size?
It's slow.
Slow.
Yeah.
Mdlu.
I did see that in some descendant languages, the meaning changed to like dull or like stupid maybe, but it means slow here. But yeah.
Mdłe. Mdly. Bositius Saestio is like chases or races.
Yeah, so
Runs is runs. It's
basically as runs.
okay. Good. So Ildar, you go first. Translate that into
Окей,
Russian.
что это? Это медленный зверь или рептилия, может жить на земле или на море. У него есть панцирь. I remember that was in Russian. В басне этот зверь бежит с зайцем, и это черепаха.
And in Polish, co to jest? To jest wolne zwierzę, gad. Może żyć w ziemi albo w morzu. Ma skrupę. W baśni biegnie z zającem. W baśni biegnie z zającem.
For me, there is sounds funny that in Polish the words for free and for slow is the same.
Yes, sometimes when we really want to make a distinction, there is another word, powolny. So maybe in this context, I would probably use powolne zwierzę, just to make sure that it's not confused with free animal. Wolne zwierzę, powolne zwierzę.
Maybe I missed it, but in the sentence like runs, do you guys just say run and then the instrumental case, or do you guys use a preposition as well, like su? Or maybe I just missed it.
We use the same preposition like in that text.
Alright, but in Polish, do you also use?
Yeah.
Z zającem. So it's like double z, so it might be difficult to...
That's why I missed it. Yeah, that's why I missed it.
Yes, because I said z zającem. Or if you say it really quickly, it sounds z zającem.
In Russian, there is the same thing that's zaytsam. Like S, like is like a part of the next word. Yeah.
Okay, good. So before we move on to the next challenge, I just want to ask you, Wayne, how did you come up with this challenge? What kind of resources you've used, and how did you compose that?
Yeah, again, so same thing. Like it's pretty much Wiktionary. It's again wanting to keep things simple, so I restricted myself to like these short. You can notice that like when I do the Latin challenges, I do like a long sentence for a hint. This one I had to do a short, but yeah, just using the same kind of logic as checking the Bible that I was checking for the sentences and the grammar, and just using Wiktionary. And again, I have to just kind of go by like the definition that Wiktionary does. So again, if it says like this word can be rabbit or hare, I don't really know how to verify it, so I just kind of trusted that I can use for both, so I just go with it. And that's pretty much how it is.
Okay, that's good. Good. So I think we'll be moving on to another Romance languages challenge. So maybe we'll let Ildar go and take on another person to join us. Okay, So thank you so much, Ildar, for today.
Thank you.
Have a good evening. And let me sort out the connection here. Who we are going to add. We have two people calling in. Let's maybe start with Kuhn. Kuhn, I'm going to add you now into the stream. Hello. Hello, Kuhn. How have you been? Welcome back to the show, because everybody already knows you, so we're not going to spend too much time on introductions, but tell us, what have you been doing language-wise this week? Anything exciting?
Yeah, I've been continuing on my Swedish, and a person I know started on Swedish as well, so we talk Swedish this week.
Okay, so you've been practicing Swedish speaking, basically. Is that your goal? You want to learn how to speak Swedish, or you just want to understand it?
Yeah, I could already understand it mostly, like all of the Scandinavian languages. understand Swedish, Norwegian, and Danish already.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't really speak any of it yet, at least not proficiently. And that's my goal with Swedish. So
You want to speak it proficiently, like at like B2 or C1 level?
yeah,
or
well, at least B2.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see about the C1 because resources, but
Okay, that's good. That's good. So the question is, what can we do challenge-wise now? Because I know Wayne has been studying Old English a little bit, so maybe Koen, maybe you could give us a sentence in Dutch, and we just have to figure it out. Maybe look for some cognates in Old English.
all right. So I give a sentence in Dutch, and Wayne is going to translate it to Old English, right?
Translate it to Old English or try to decipher it using Old English cognates that he recognizes. So you could even type it into the chat here.
Oh yeah.
So that would be easier for us to identify it.
I guess chats. Okay, I'll think of one real quick. Let me see.
Yeah, Wayne, have you been doing anything with your Old English recently, or?
Yeah, I told this to Lel recently on the server. Like, I went crazy for some reason like 2 days ago, and I made like a buttload of Old English challenges. So I think I have enough cover for like enough like 2 more seasons of the show because I made so many. Yeah.
Okay, good. And are you trying to speak it as well, or you just focus on the understanding?
Yeah, I actually to motivate me to speak it more and to like use it more, I've started writing a story. Well, it's like fan fiction, you know. But I started writing a story where one of the characters speaks Old English. So I'm like, and I want him to speak Old English in the story and not just write everything in modern English. And so this is also a way for me to have to like keep looking it up, have to like absorb it. So, you know, just a way to get me motivated. But yes, I've definitely been speaking in my day to day. I'll sometimes wake up and look outside and be like, oh, you know, Fardai, you know, it's a beautiful day. It's a fair day. So,
Nice. Good.
I'm typing.
Okay.
Kijk. I'm just gonna make up something. It's not necessarily true, but
Okay.
yeah, a little mistruth. Right.
Okay, here we got this. Let me have a look. So here it comes, a Dutch
Okay.
sentence, and now let's maybe ask Koen to read it. Before
vandaag
anything.
heeft. Can I go?
Yeah.
Vandaag heeft de Nederlandse regering besloten dat de winkels op zondag open mogen zijn. Feels like we're back in 1986 or whenever that was, when they truly did decide that.
I think I already kind of know what this like. I am missing 2 keywords, I think, but I think I can already figure out like what 90% of this is saying. No, 95% of this is saying. Yeah.
95.
Mm,
Does Winkels has something to do with angles or corners? No?
No, I can see where you're coming from because that's German, but no.
if I'm not mistaken, Winkels is like store, right, or like shop.
Yeah, shop, store, yeah,
Okay.
correct.
But does that come from the idea of like corner store? Is that why the word looks like that?
No, not necessarily. You did have corner stores in the past, but it's not related to corner in any way in this case.
Okay. Vandaag, that is vandaag is that is today.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. Yeah. So today, yeah. Heft. So they have. Yeah. That is the verb to
Yeah.
have. I think, yeah. The Netherlandish. I'm gonna say Netherlandish just because I think the word Dutch is a bit stupid word. But the Netherlandish.
Dutch would be correct, but it's a daft little word. But
Yeah, the Netherlandish. That is the one regering that I don't really understand. Besloten. I'm gonna guess that means mandated. Like I'm pretty sure this is something the government is mandating. So
hey,
Regering, maybe is that like requiring maybe or something?
regering is government.
okay, so I did get it was the government.
So
Okay.
regierung.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Regering.
And besloten is the past tense, simple past. Well, actually, heeft besloten, so it's composite. Has decided.
Decided. Okay, yeah. Because wait, regering, is that related to regen as in like to reign, to like rule? Is that it?
Yeah, reign, REIGN, is related to this, yes.
Okay. So today has the Netherlandish government decided that the shops on Sunday must be open.
Well, can be open. Yeah, you're quite right about that.
Yeah,
Must-
yeah, that's true.
Correct. Yeah,
Yeah,
when you said stores and then I saw Zondag, which is Sunday, I knew that, and open that clicked. But what about Old English cognates here? Like, do you see any of them here?
I mean, yeah, I mean,
Wayne?
dag. I mean, I knew that vandaag had to be something with the day. What threw me off that maybe hesitate a little bit that it was today is because I was expecting like something like to dag, because to die is how it is in Old English even. But van is this van something like off or is a preposition?
Well, van, if you read van separately, so VAN as a word, van, that is off. So van
Off.
mij is mine, but can be of mine, of me.
Okay, heft, yeah, that's the verb haben. I mean, the conjugation is very. In Old English, the conjugation wouldn't match because it's haba, but I knew it had to be something like they have because in Old English, he has is have, so it has that F as well. But in this case, I knew it had to be a plural here because de. Do I note that de in Dutch maybe is a plural article here? Netherlands, I mean, yeah, neither.
Is the definite article in so de is the definite article in Dutch.
Oh right, yeah.
And we don't distinguish between plural and singular when it comes to articles per se, except het is only used in singular. So
that's true. That's true. That's true. Half is the singular.
like-
Why did I think it was the plural? Yeah.
if you like het huis, so the house, that's what they call neuter.
Yeah, neuter.
And then het is only used in singular because you cannot say het huizen. You can only say de huizen.
Yeah.
So
I did say.
In the case of, for example, regering or muur, so wall, muur is always de. Regering is always de.
Right.
You know?
I did say something. I did say something stupid. Yeah, heft is not they have, is he has. Yeah, because it's the government. I was thinking.
Yeah, it has.
Mm-hmm.
So
besloten, this sloten part, I suppose it's like the English word slotian. Slotian can mean to lock, but it can also mean to like decide on something because it's that idea of you're locking onto something, onto an idea.
Yeah, that's actually where this comes from.
Yeah. Zondag, I mean, yeah, that's like the Old English Sunday, or even like Sonedag, which is the sun, literally the Sunday, the day of the sun. Open, yeah, Old English had that. In Old English, the vowel was actually apen. I'm pretty sure apen.
Yeah, apen,
which is weird. Yeah, which is weird that it turned to open again. Circle back to open.
Gotta have to like, moven are allowed to.
Mogen. Yeah, the G disappears in modern English because the G becomes palatalized. But yeah, the infinitive is magan in or magan in Old English. Yeah, so the G still there makes the connection even closer. And I know the Sein is like the Sein. It's like
To
the
be.
German Sein. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like the conjugation with wesen in Old English, which was one of the verbs to be, and you have zindon, which is they are, but
We
so the s
actually also have wezen in Dutch.
wesen. Yeah, because Old English had the two verbs had wesen, but it also had beon, and beon is the one that becomes like to be, but
Yeah.
then so it doesn't have this infinitive zain. Now, I'm actually never looked into where this infinitive comes from, like zain, yeah, but yeah, that's it. That's the
Yeah.
cognates.
It's
Regering,
interesting.
yeah.
Regering is quite.
Yeah.
This is something that's cognate to Dutch. Sorry, to German. Regierung. But for the rest
Yeah.
of it, I don't know if any other languages that have it. So
Yeah, it's not a Germanic root. It's the Latin, from Latin rego, and you see that in like correct and reign and royal, and you see that root there. But yeah, so
yeah,
Old English have this one for. I mean, Old English didn't really have a word for government either at the time, cause, but yeah. So those are the words. Yeah, and Winkels, no cognates in Old English or even in English. I mean, it's shop in Old English. I think this one is exclusive to Dutch.
Someone
at least
mentioned.
in this sense,
Uh-huh.
sort of.
Yeah,
Because in
because
Swedish, I know in Swedish, a store is an affair, and I'll type that in the guest chat. It's like this.
Affair, yeah. At this point, I've also gotten used to the fact that in Dutch you say op to mean on, because like opon, the thing of upon.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
it's op on, yeah. Op zondag.
so
Yeah.
again, so that's the word, right? I'm just
Yeah,
showing
that's
to
in
everybody.
Swedish. Yes.
Yeah, we have some interesting comments here, but I'm not sure what languages are those in.
Riksum. Yeah. Maybe that's gonna be like Old Saxon. I don't know.
Let's see.
That's why I always include the languages that I put in the comments. I always say this is in Latin. Yeah, because sometimes it can be a bit.
Oh, I see now in the chat, regering is also Norwegian, so that's kind of nice. Regering.
In Swedish
Which,
as
which,
well.
which makes sense,
Yeah.
because the way that we take, sometimes we take, English sometimes took, like for example, Latin took words from Greek to refer to, these higher things like philosophy and things. So then obviously English and the Germanic language took from Latin for these concepts that they were introduced to by the Romans. So government and
Yeah.
stuff, so that's why.
So
Yeah.
here Brian says that Winkel is shop, nook, or corner, or Winkle is snail.
Oh, I guess because of like a turn, like the corner you turn, and so the snail has a turned shell. I'm gonna guess this is why.
Yeah, and the translation of the sentence in German, that's how it looks like. You speak some German, right? Could you read that?
Yeah, there's just a tiny little mistake here. It says Lenden, and it needed to be Leden without the N there. So, heute hat die niederländische Regierung beschlossen, dass Leiden am Sonntag geöffnet sein können.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So German also has the same thing Old English has, which the participles have the ge, or in this case, ye in Old English. So yeah, to say open as in like it's open, you could also say ye open note in Old English, because that's like the past participle of the verb opinion, which is to open. Does Dutch do that? Having to put the ge before things, or no?
Ja, geopend. We could say, vandaag heeft de Nederlandse regering besloten dat de winkels op zondag geopend kunnen zijn.
Okay.
Geopend is like Past participle is that's what it's called. I don't know.
Yeah,
Like
past
the pastest of pasts, shall we say?
Yeah.
Past and complete.
And that's the
I
Swabian
think,
dialect of
yeah, Slavic.
German. Do you want to try to read that, Kuhn?
Oh my gosh. She might grab me through her screen there.
I'm assuming the
Zo heet,
I is pronounced like the German
heet
I.
dat de regering van Nederland besloten te leiden aan zondag even zijn kunnen. If,
There you go.
oh,
Wayne,
my
try
God.
you can try, because this is, I think it's more phonetic spelling here,
Right,
because there is
so-
no standard for Swabian.
She's gonna kill me next time she hears me.
I'm still gonna assume the I is supposed to be I. Maybe it's A, so I may be wrong, but I'm gonna say Heid hat die Regierung voor de Nederland besloten die leiden om zondag or zondag, but I'm gonna guess zondag, of zij kennen het.
Hey,
Okay, let's hope
that sounds a bit better.
Katarina will be satisfied with that pronunciation. And
can
that's the Swedish.
Ja, dat kan ik. I can maybe like. Idag har regeringen beslutat.
Beslutet.
Yeah.
We should bring that back in modern English because everyone else is doing it. We should bring back beslot. Say beslot for the site. Should bring that back.
Yeah.
People would love it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to go back to Middle English anyway.
Yeah, there you go.
So Middle English is your favorite.
Yeah, if talking about English dialects and whatnot, then Old English or Middle English is a tie for me. Both are fascinating in their own rights. So.
Okay, good. So that was an interesting challenge indeed. We found some cognates with Old English, very unique. So for the last one, we could add Leonardo in. And since you all speak some Romance languages, maybe we could a Romance language challenge.
Oh, right. Yeah. Funny.
Yeah.
Just a second, Norba. I'm just going to go turn on the lights of my room because I know it's
okay, no worries. So I'm just going to add Leonardo now. I'm going to add Leonardo. Leonardo, wait a second. I'm going to add you now. Here you are, Leonardo.
Hello.
Hello,
Hey,
Leonardo. So welcome back to the show, Leonardo. Let us know, how have you been, and do you have any updates about your languages?
Well, I have been good. I have been busy, for graduating at high school, but I have been good, for the last week. Yeah, no giant updates compared to what you heard last time. So, my Swedish is going quite well, though. I managed to understand and speak it kind of a bit, kind of have conversations, but yeah.
Talar du också svenska?
Jag pratar också svenska. Ja, precis. Jag pratar också svenska. Ja.
Okay. So Swedish. So you basically all could also do a Germanic challenge, but I think we should stick to the Romance languages.
Sure.
For now,
For now, at least.
Yeah. So let me have a look at what languages we would have a look at. We've got. I mean, because Kuhn speaks most of the Romance languages, I think the most interesting would be some of the minority languages, like Sardinian or Sicilian, right?
Sicilian would be interesting.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sicilian then. Okay, good.
On our
So,
cloud.
We could do something with that.
good. So I'm going to play the challenge. Let me just find it. Sicilian number 2. Let me.
Hey, Norbert,
Yes.
because we're talking about minority languages, may I try to use Venetian?
You speak Venetian as well?
A bit. I do a bit.
Well, so maybe let's first have a look at the Sicilian, and then meanwhile, you can
No,
think.
No. What I was saying is to answer the questions and just to interact, not the challenge. I was saying like
He's
if I could
speaking
use it to
Sicilian
interact
Venetian.
into the challenge.
Yeah, because it's
So
going to be the
while
pre-recorded one, so there won't be any.
no,
No, but
the
he's talking about
interaction in the sense that if
asking questions to
exactly.
decipher
To each
the
other,
challenge.
as we talk to each other, discuss this. Yeah, it's basically what he's saying.
Okay,
Exactly.
sure, of course. So you can use any of the Romance languages that you speak while doing
All
the
right.
challenge.
Sure.
Let me just find this, because I will have to display it on the screen as well.
That would be nice.
Okay, so listen
Sì.
to. Yes,
Esatto.
listen to the first one.
So che sta cosa era un dolce fatto con latte, con crema, con zucchero e altri sapori. Può essere fatto con semenze di vari tipi, con noccioli, fasciuga, cacao e magari con frutti a tipo fragole, limoni e cerase. Viene messo un capo un cono granciato o una coppa. Si accatta nei chioschi e viene fatto fresco ogni giorno di certi pasticceri. Tu lo puoi fare pure. Venne mangiato solitamente in estate, pure per rinfrescarsi.
Did you hear it?
I heard it,
Ah, no,
eu entendi quase.
mica capio.
Yeah, intelexi modo dulce nesse, saccaro dulce. Dulcis.
Sì? Sei giusto? Sei? Sei giusto?
Okay, so do you want me to play it one more time? Yep.
Yes, please.
Let's do it.
Sì,
So
por
che
favor.
sta cosa era un dolce fatto con latte, con crema, con zucchero e altri sapori. Può essere fatto con semenze di vari tipi, con noccioli, fasciuga, cacao e magari con frutti a tipo fragole, limoni e cerase. Viene messo uno granciato o una coppa. Si accatta nei chioschi e viene fatto fresco ogni giorno di certi pasticceri. E certi lo possono fare pure a casa. Venne mangiato solitamente in estate, pure per rinfrescarsi.
Esatto.
Intelexi.
Ah,
Yeah, entendi.
Rec-
Okay, so let me just. Should I show you the script now, or you want
Yes,
to try to
please.
guess first?
I
Let's-
think I already have it. Yeah. So but maybe Kuhn doesn't have it. So I maybe wants to.
I don't know if I have it, but it's not very difficult, I think.
Let's listen to it again, because I think that it might have been breaking up a little bit. So maybe let me download it on my computer, and I will try to play it directly from my computer, and this way we can get better quality.
but I think we got this, Norbert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm close. I'm not certain, but I'm close. Yeah.
Okay, so let's
Yeah,
just listen
I
to
was
it
just-
again
I'm
while
kind of-
reading it. Let's listen to it while reading it, okay?
Yes.
So che sta cosa era un dolce fatto con latte, con crema, con zucchero e altri sapori. Può essere fatto con semenze di vari tipi, con noccioli, fasciuga, cacao e magari con frutti a tipo fragole, limoni e cerase. Viene messo un capo un cono granciato o una coppa. si accatta nei chioschi e viene fatto fresco ogni giorno di certe pasticceri. E certi lo possono fare pure a casa. Viene mangiato solitamente l'estate, pure per rinfrescare, sì.
Estate, sì.
Claudio recognized that it's a Palermitano
Yeah.
dialect.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I-
if you're ready, let's present your answers. Let's start with Leonardo. Just say the answer without explanations just now.
Gelato.
Kun,
Ja. Gelado.
Wayne,
Também
Gelato,
pensei.
Glakies Gulkis.
correct.
Oi!
Correct, of course.
Hey.
So let me know what gave it away to you, and try to translate that into the languages that you recognize it through. With.
So, go on, Kun.
Eu conheci a palavra aqui no texto.
Qual é que era?
Outra. Eu conheci sabor. A palavra sabor.
Gosto de sabor, mas sabor, estamos seguros. Eu acho que. Ah, sim. O fundo da primeira frase, sim. Tens razão. Sim.
Outri sapori.
Sim.
Está lá no
Sim,
texto. E eu
exatamente.
conheci diretamente, eu conheci sabor. E depois também o crema e leite
Leite, sim.
e açúcar.
Yeah, like when I
Right.
listened to it, I got that it was sweet, and I got like that it was. I got like cacao, and I got like fruit, but I didn't get the milk for the first time. Didn't got the, latte. But
Latte.
then, so first I thought it was maybe something like a drink. I thought it was maybe like a milkshake or something, but I didn't
Yeah,
get
me
it. So
too.
I only got it was sweet.
I
But
didn't
then,
even get so far.
yeah, but then I saw that it can be made at home, and then I saw that you can you eat it in the summer. I got the estate, istas in
Yeah.
Latin, and then I got the arifriscarsi, and I was like, okay, if it's with milk and several flavors, then it can only be an ice cream.
Ice.
Yes.
Yeah, and also that you can eat it on like the warmer days.
Yeah.
Exactly. Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah.
so shall we try to give a translation in the corresponding Romance languages?
Okay, just before that, let's have a look at how it's actually said in Sicilian.
Yeah.
Stiamo parlando di gelato.
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 Mm.
Gelato.
Okay, yeah.
We
So
have to-
yeah.
Go on.
So I wanted Leonardo to start and translate into which language would you be able to translate it into? Italian or
Italian.
Italian. Okay.
Cos'è? Questa cosa è un dolce fatto con latte, crema, zucchero e altri sapori, ma in questo I would say more like aromi, which makes more sense here.
Aromi.
Può essere fatto tipo con nocciole,
Diversi.
con nocciole, questa parola festuca non so che cos'è, cacao, anche frutti, magari con frutti come fragole, limone e ciliegie.
Hazelnuts. Hazelnuts. Fast food.
Hazel, sì, tipo, ok, le noccioline e le nocciole forse, ok. Viene messo in un cono agganciato, non saprei cosa possa essere, o in una coppetta. Si prende nei chioschi o nei negozi, nei bar, e viene fatto fresco ogni giorno da certi pasticceri. Alcuni lo possono fare a casa, viene mangiato solitamente in estate per rinfrescarsi.
Yeah. Yes. Good. So I think that went well. And Kuhn, what language would you like to translate that into?
Speaking of Romance languages, I think I'll go for Portuguese in that case.
Vai, prontos com o
Ok.
português.
Tudo. Qual é? Esta coisa é um doce.
Desculpa pela interrupção, mas eu diria o que é isso, não é qual é.
Pode ser também.
O
que é
que é isso? O que é isso?
Tens razão. O que é isso? Esta coisa é uma doce que é feito com leite, crema, açúcar e outros sabores ou aromas. Vamos dizer aromas, porque é a mesma coisa que diz o Leonardo antes. Pode ser feito
Ainda bem?
com cebolas, tipo nozes e não sei como é que é a palavra após de noccioli, não sei o que é. Depois diz cacau.
Nem eu sabia.
E pode ser também podes como é? Añadir, mas é espanhol. Adicionar. Pode
Adicionar, exatamente, adicionar.
Podes adicionar frutos como como é? Cereja, não sei o que é, não sei a palavra disso. Podes-me ajudar, Leonardo?
Eu também.
Brachuli.
Também eu.
Wayne.
E depois.
Sim, os morangos. Morangos.
Morangos.
Meu Deus, morangos.
I'm kind of conflicted. Like, I don't want to interrupt Kuhn because I want him to have this moment to figure things out himself. But I don't want to really step in. But if he asks for my help, I will give. Okay.
E depois diz limão e cereais. Esta coisa vem em copos.
Então, não é. Atenção, porque essa palavra tirar-se está relacionada com a palavra francesa cerise. Então é a cereja.
Pois é.
É a cereja.
Cereja, pois.
Porque está relacionado
não
com a palavra
não é cereal.
Exatamente.
Pois tens razão. Tens razão. Então, cereja. Se vê esta coisa no copos e no. I don't know the word for cone in Portuguese, actually. Se pode comprar esta coisa nos quiosques.
Sim. Quiosques.
E kijken.
Então não deveria ser muito difícil para ti, mas bom.
Eu tenho muita dificuldade a compreender o texto
mas
num nível que me permite traduzir literalmente.
Então
I can translate if you need.
Eu acho que pode comprar nos quiosques e está feito.
É
Pois é,
feito, na
fato.
verdade.
É
Feito,
feito.
É
É feito.
feito, é
Exatamente.
feito
É feito.
fresco
Exatamente. É feito.
nos dias de certi passeggeri, dat zou zijn nos
Por certos lugares. Eu também não saberia traduzir isso aí, não. Por certos lugares, certos restaurantes.
Confeiteiros. Confeiteiros.
Confeiteiro. Confeiteiro,
Ah.
certo.
Ok. E depois diz certos. Há gente que também fazem esta coisa em casa.
É.
Tem gente. Sim.
E a última
comido.
frase é o que não.
Tá.
Sim.
Tá normalmente comido
Esse
no
veni
verão.
é um equivalente a um passivo no italiano. Então, é comido,
É.
no caso. É comido.
É comido, exatamente.
É comido no verão. Pois.
Geralmente no verão, para se refrescar.
Pois.
Geralmente no verão, exatamente.
Uhum.
And also I could deduce something like
Então,
cone is cone in Brazilian Portuguese, yeah.
a última, eu acho que, deixaste cair a última palavra, então é refrescar-se.
Yeah.
Para
To cool down.
refrescar-se.
To cool down.
Exato.
Só uma correçãozinha. No Brasil, não sei como é que é em Portugal, mas no Brasil, a gente não fala que a gente come sorvete no cone, a gente fala que a gente come na casquinha, a gente chama aquele cone de casquinha. Então a gente fala sorvete de casquinha. Então na verdade seria casquinha ali. É feito numa casquinha
Pode ser.
feita de...
Pode ser em Portugal também.
Pode ser em Portugal também, mas eu na verdade, sim, no Brasil sabia, mas em Portugal ainda não estou seguro. Mas bom.
Just to say it in English, Norbert, just to include like everyone's like, what I'm saying is that in English, in Portuguese, in Brazilian Portuguese at least, we don't say that we eat ice cream on the cone. We don't literally use the word cone. We say casquinha, which is kind of like saying a shell, and it's a shell made of like a biscuit. So we say it's a shell ice cream. So we say casquinha, just a sorvete de casquinha. For the
I think they do in Portugal as well.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
yes.
Gelado no casquinha.
Gelado no casquinha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but if you really wanted to use the word cone, because cone is also a geometrical thing, right? So that would be cono, right? Cone.
Yes.
Cone.
Yeah. C-O-N-E, cone. Yeah. Spelled the same as the English, but pronounced like cone. Yeah.
Exatamente.
Also, I did not say the Portuguese word, so yeah, everyone said like gelado and everything, but in Portuguese it's sorvete, because gelado to us only means the adjective meaning cold. It does not mean ice cream.
But that's
sorvete.
But that's
not
Brazilian
true in Portugal.
Portuguese.
That's not true in Portugal. They do say gelado.
Okay. In Brazil, we say sorvete for ice cream.
Exato. Yeah,
Just
that's
like
what
you can use sorbet in Portuguese to mean a specific type of ice cream.
Yeah,
sorbet. Yeah. Sorbet.
But gelado,
or better pronounced sherbet. Sometimes.
Yeah,
sherbet. We can consider. Oh, and I just want to put this just to also, so maybe Norbert can put it on the screen. But this is how you say it in Latin. Glacies dulces, which literally sweet ice. Glacies
sweet
ice.
In Swedish,
Swedish,
ice cream is glas.
Glass, yeah, from glacies. Yeah,
glass.
Mm-hmm.
This glacies is where we got English glacier related to ice. Yeah. But, yeah.
And one comment from Claudio that we call it ostia in my place. So I think he's referring to the cone, to this like waffle, where
the wafer.
Wafer, yeah. because it's made of this similar material.
Well,
Yeah.
It's funny because
just
ostia in Latin actually means it's a word for door. So it's funny. It's like we call it door.
exactly.
And ice. Okay, yes, actually, because ice cream, for example, in Polish we call it lody, which means like ices, ice, like ice in plural, ice in plural,
I mean,
basically.
it goes back to the way that ice cream used to be done, because ice cream actually before the whole kind of recipe with milk and everything, it was literally more kind of just like ice with a bunch of fruity sauces on top to make it
Yeah.
tasty
Yeah.
and everything. It wasn't literally milk and everything, So
No.
that's why the name ice.
Ice in Dutch. Ice. Yeah.
I have typed the Gaelic word in the
Oh, the
guest
Gaelic.
chat.
Okay.
I'm
Rochak.
gonna guess that that's pronounced Rochag. Rochag?
Yeah, you're correct.
Rochag. There you go. I know I know a Gaelic. My Gaelic actually. This is Gaelic. Yeah, this is the Scottish one.
Yeah, this is Scottish.
And the Irish, we also have the Irish here.
Okay, wait.
Rocha.
This is
It's also
Wachtar
Rocha.
Rocha. Wachtar Rocha. Yeah.
Yeah,
Gotta get that
Uachkar Rocha. That's because of the cream part. Uachkar is in Gaelic, in say Scottish Gaelic. Cream is uach-
Right. Cream.
like this. That's cream.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, by the way, if you want me to display it on the screen, the best way is just to type it in the general chat. I don't know if you see the general chat there as well.
No, I do see the.
Oh yeah,
We have the guest chat though. We don't have the general chat. I don't have
But
the general.
no, like here's the thing. I have the general chat, but I don't know why I cannot type in it on this screen. I can type it on my
Exactly.
phone.
We can't.
Okay, if it's
switch
too
back
much
to the YouTube.
trouble, yeah, if it's too much trouble, that's fine. I was just wondering. That's all.
This
I
is
can
the-
also just copy and paste it. That's not a big deal.
This is the Chinese one.
Yeah, Bing. Yeah, Bing
Oh,
chilling.
Bing chilling. Bing chilling. Yeah,
Bing
there you go.
chilling. Bing chilling.
The fabled Bing chilling.
Bing chilling. Just to point out, I was reading it out again because the characters are obviously impossible to read otherwise.
No.
Yeah.
No offense to Chinese people, but I personally, I just don't think I'll ever be able to take ice cream in China seriously because of that John Cena video. No offense to Chinese people.
I haven't seen that one, but yeah.
Well, I was, by the way, I was trying to see if Korean used the Sino-Korean word for it, by the way, but it's ice cream in Korean, so they don't have it at all.
Oh, and Japanese
cream.
too. Japanese just
Yeah.
ice cream.
Yes. I've heard that before too. Yeah, ice cream.
Ice cream.
Yeah. But apparently, if I remember correctly, ice cream were invented in Sicily, right?
Yeah.
I
Well,
believe so.
the whole
Something like that.
actually the step between the ice-like form and the thing of adding milk happened actually in Florence. So
Okay.
the step of adding up milk is actually, I don't know if it's totally true, but it's attributed to the Medici in Florence. So the adding, but actually, I don't know if like there's another story that like some other form of ice cream has been invented in Sicily. I don't know about that, but I am quite sure that the step between the experiment, let's say, because that was it of adding milk has been done by the Medici.
Claudio disagrees.
Claudio put in the chat that at least the granita was invented in Sicily. It's not sure.
Granita.
if they also invented whatever else.
So granita is a special kind of ice cream.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
I do know that in Italy they have a lot of different types of ice cream, but in Brazil it's just more simple. So all these words like gelato and So I wasn't introduced to them until much later.
I think Claudio is very close to the truth here. Like in Italy, everyone says that the ice cream was invented in their region.
It's kind of like the pizza debate.
That's pretty much true.
Everyone wants to claim that they were the first ones to invent the pizza. Like no one will know where the pizza actually came from because people are like, no, pizza was here first, you know?
No, guys. I actually can confirm that might be that everybody, but I have just been looking on the internet, and I see like a lot of
Right.
websites attributing this to the Medici in Florence, though. But like a lot.
So I suppose it really depends what kind of ice cream we are talking about, because
Exactly.
apparently there
I
is
think-
lots of different kinds, and
Exactly.
it's an
First
ongoing
human-
debate.
I think the first
Yep.
human ever to just think, let me mix ice with fruits may have the claim of ice cream, you know, but you know.
But where did they get ice from in Sicily from? I wonder. Yeah,
That's a
this
good
is a big
question.
question.
Can you
Maybe.
explain that?
But anyways, that was good. That was good. I think that was going to be a good time to
Wrap up, yeah.
wrap up. Yes, wrap up the show. So thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure to hang out with you as usual.
Thank you, Norbert. Thank you, as always. It's a pleasure to. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to switch to this screen now. Next week, Lucas is going to be with you, hanging out, and after that, I will be back. Yes, that's going to be all for today. Thank you very much. Have a good evening. And if you want to submit a challenge for next week, you know where to find the links, ecolinguist.com. Take care, everybody. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.